Welcome back, Terps, to another beautiful night in College Park, where we are bringing you all yet another Terps Esports broadcast. My name is Alex, aka Gumi, and tonight I am joined by
Alex, aka Alex. I'm extra pumped to be here tonight to give you some more of the Terps Overwatch Academy broadcast.
It is an Alexception up in here, and we've got a lot to cover in our pre-show, including an exclusive interview with the team's Flex DPS Huntsman.
But before we get into the action, let's go over the details of tonight's Overwatch 2 match.
The Terps are competing in a best-of-5 against the University of Alberta. This is the Academy team's second broadcast this season, but it is their 7th regular season match in the Play vs. Ranked College League. Both teams currently have a 1-5 record, and I know the members of Terps Academy are hungry for that second win.
That's right. They may be down, but they are never out. So tonight is guaranteed to be a thrilling match. Now that you know what we're up against, it's time for us to introduce you to the players of the Terps Academy Overwatch team.
In the first seat, we got Perry, who will be playing that hit scan role. So he's going to be bringing that Widowmaker, that Cassidy, that Freya, and his job is to pepper down the enemy from long range with his consistent damage.
In seat 2, we have Yellowist, our main support, likely on Lucio/Wu Yang duty, using his utility to keep the team healed and supported.
In the third seat, we've got Poppy, who will be playing that flex support role, playing that Kiriko, Ana, Baptiste, keeping his team nice and healthy in the midst of the battle.
Up in seat 4, we have Huntsman, our tank and flex DPS. We saw quite an impressive diva from him last week, as well as a very solid venture. I'm sure we'll be hearing from this guy a little bit later in our interview, but for now, he's always keeping us on our toes.
And in the fifth seat, we've got Cam, our DPS player who can play both flex and hit scan. I can't help but wonder what kind of tricks this guy's got up his sleeve.
And lastly, in seat 6, not here right now, Breezes will be playing from home today. He is our tank, our main support, our captain, and IGL. He's got quite the extensive resume, and he's going to be one calling the shots tonight, calling all the switches, and calling all the plays.
And now that you know each member of our team, get ready for an exclusive interview with Huntsman. We'll be right back. Switch. Come. You're good. Alright. Throw your headphones on. Yep. Alright, we're ready, CJ. Alright, welcome back, everyone. I have Huntsman with me here today. Everyone say hi. Say hi in the chat. Spam the chat. Huntsman, thank you for joining me here, first of all. I got a few questions for you.
Thank you, Gumi.
Yeah, of course.
What's questions?
So how are you guys feeling about your match against the University of Alberta? Are you ready, nervous, fired up? Like, what are the vibes?
Well, it's our last match of our season in this tournament, so I think that we're fired up. I think we want to try and come at it with everything that we can.
Yeah, perfect. I mean, last week we saw a lot of really good stuff out of you guys. We saw lots of improvement. We saw some signs of life. And even though you guys didn't bring home the victory in that last match, we saw a lot of great stuff from you guys. So how have you guys switched up your game plans, or have you guys implemented anything new to hopefully take home the W this week?
There's a few different things. We had a bonding session recently, and I think that went really well with everybody. But I think that since it's our last match, I think that we just want to come in with 110%. I think we're going back to me staying on the flex DPS instead of moving to switching between and everything. I think we're going to stick with me on flex DPS, and I think we're just going to try that and see how that works.
Yeah. I mean, look, bonding sessions are always great between team members. It's impossible to have a team without having that kind of bond. So that's really good. And lastly, I heard through the grapevine that the Twitch chat last match got a little heated due to a bit of a miscalculation on your part, specifically on your venture. Is there anything you want to say about that clip?
I'm getting called out, guys.
And is there anything you want to say to the haters out there?
Is there anything I want to say? Whoops.
You can also... okay. I was going to say, you can also abstain from saying anything. You know what?
No. I mean, it's funny. I jumped off a cliff like 2 times.
Well, you know what? We've all been there. I do not blame you for that. It's okay, because you're going to show them in this match, right?
Yeah. No jumping off matches this time.
Right.
Sorry, matches.
Off of cliffs.
Let's
go with that. We'll hold you to it. All right, thank you so much, Huntsman. And that is going to conclude our pre-show for tonight's match. But stay tuned. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Bye, guys.
And I think by the end of the season, like now, we play together. Everyone kind of jokes around a little bit more and kind of shines their natural ray. We're excited just to see them play better as well.
With the middle school program, the best part has been seeing the moments of teamwork where the middle schoolers really seem to get the game, and so that's when you can see they're starting to get a little bit hooked on how esports can be so fun.
Off game, or will Red turn things around?
Terp adventures take flight at Stamp. Host to countless Maryland events, programs, performances, and more. Feed your body, feed your mind, feed your soul. Let your talents soar. Dance, sing, perform. Find your thing. Join more than 800 student organizations and clubs. Find community here. Leadership lives here. Art thrives here. With space to grow. We're all just kids at heart. Let your imagination fly. Compete, play, with wings on our feet. Here your spirit can fly. Here your soul lifts up. Here you remember those who came before. This is STAMP. This is the center for campus life, where Terp adventures take flight. You belong here. Come fly with us.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Terps Esports Overwatch Academy stream. We are now in the casting booth. We're in our little casting closet. So welcome back everyone. We'll be getting into game very shortly. I know they're setting up the lobby right now, but just before we get into things, I want to talk to you a little bit about what you think we're gonna see today, like how well we think these players are gonna play. From what we know, both of these teams, so University of Alberta as well as our own team, so Terps Esports, they are both 1-5. And this is a very important match because well, I mean, it's the very last match of the regular season, like our good friend Hunts just said. So there's a lot of
Big game.
I don't want to say there's nothing really on the line, but I guess maybe more so the pride
But
and
both teams want to have both teams want to go out on a win.
right.
Nobody wants to go out on a loss. So both teams are going to be putting in a lot today. I think there's going to be a lot of energy put in. And what did they say? I believe both teams that we've won against have been the same team.
Yes. So the one team that we
So-
have won against and the one team that University of Alberta has won against happen to be the same exact team. So very level playing fields
Yeah.
here. This is going to be a very good match. I hope you guys are excited because I know I am. I'm honestly predicting a 5-map series. I can't even lie to you.
I think we're
it's
going to see it
go
go all the way.
distance.
I think we're going to see it go all the way. I think there's going to be some weird plays. I think we're going to see some decisions. I think we're going to see some quick decisions. I think we're going to see some long decisions. I
Some
think we're going
inspiring
to
plays.
hear a gun fire at least
Oh.
once
Oh,
during the
really?
show.
Like shots
From
fired,
in
or-
the game. In the game, I think that'll happen probably once or twice.
Yeah, hopefully. Anyway, yeah, I think we're going to see a game that goes the distance, and I'm excited to see it. We are starting on King of the Hill, as always, as is customary. We'll get more information on the map when we get that. Yeah. But as for what Hunt's told us, he said that he's probably going to be sticking more to that flex DPS role, if I'm not mistaken. Last time we saw him on that venture, there were some mishaps, but for the most part, his venture was actually very clean. He was able to dive the back line pretty well. He might have gotten countered a few times, but that's just kind of the nature of a dive DPS. So I wonder if we're going to see more of that from him. The tank player Breezes, who's playing from home today, he's probably going to be taking over that tank role. I think we saw him on main support last time. So we'll have to see what these players bring to the table. One thing we mentioned last time is that a lot of these players play a lot of different roles.
A very
So-
varied cast of people here. I'm coming from the Premier League usually is where I'm casting, and so as opposed to where they're a lot more locked in, set with their team composition, set with what heroes they're playing, set with who's playing what roles. It's interesting to see how the academy team is more open to switching around their roles and switching around what heroes can take capacity in those roles. I think it gives more interesting dynamics as the game moves forwards, where we'll see different people inhabit different roles, and as we see different people inhabit the role, we'll see what heroes they're most comfortable with, and what heroes they want to bring to the table, and what heroes they can really bring out the best in.
Yeah, for sure. I think one of the big things about having a very variable cast is you can have people to fill any kind of niche. So if you identify a weakness in the enemy team's lineup or comp or playstyle, whatever, you can very easily exploit it with your multiple levels of expertise, I guess,
Right.
we'll say. But the flip side of this is that if players play a lot of different things, that means they don't really specialize in one kind of thing. That means you're going to have a lot of different team comps. It's going to be a little confusing. You're going to be subbing players in and out, depending on what the map is, depending on what they're playing. So we're probably going to see a lot of swaps today. We're going to try to stay on top of it best we can. I know we've got a 7-player sort of revolving door roster.
Right. So there'll probably be a little bit of motion that is not captured. We just had another player walking through the door as we were walking into this booth. So there's a lot happening here in the studio today. There's gonna be a lot happening in the game. So just be known that you're in for a very movement and very very chaotic little game.
Yeah.
But those are the most fun to watch.
Right, exactly. I know it's not Halloween anymore, but it's gonna be a very spooky match. Very scary. A lot on the line. These players, they've worked really hard this semester. I can attest to what their coach has said, what the players have said themselves, what even the premier players have noticed that these guys are trying very hard to sort of bring home this victory. So I really hope that all their hard work pays off. And of course, the only way we're going to see that is by getting into games. So
Right. I'm very excited.
very excited. One more sweep.
I think we're
Hope these guys-
still waiting. So in the meantime, I'm gonna pose an Overwatch question.
Go for it.
And I'm so ready for it. If okay, Donkey Kong has a child, and
Okay.
Diddy Kong, and he's in some of the games. Do you
Okay.
think that they should include Winston's child into
Oh.
Overwatch 2? Would that improve the game?
Well, Winston is already sort of kind of a, I don't want to say a memeable character because you know,
Right.
with a Winston.
We love Winton.
We love Winston. But I think having a little Winston, I think that would honestly bring back so many players to the game. I can't even
I would
joke.
come back. I would be playing every day. I'd be playing.
Now here's a
Winton?
question though: would little Winston? What am I doing? Like an accent?
I like
would
Little
little
Winton.
Winston
I like
be
Little Winton.
a DPS character?
That's a good question. I don't think he'd be big enough to play freaking what's it
Tank?
called? Tank.
Yeah.
Tank like his dad.
His dad.
Doesn't Diddy Kong and Mario? He has like a little coconut gun, doesn't he? Is that like his thing?
It's like a peanut shell gun. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a peanut shell gun. So maybe like Winton. What's like the peanut shell gun version of like a taser?
Yeah,
'Cause,
I
like
was
Winston
gonna say,
has
like-
like his giant
Like you
rifle
know the
gun.
thing that like the bubble dome that like the bubble dome.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the thing that the bubble comes out of. Like it's like a little
yeah,
I'm
it's
holding
like,
my hand up because I.
it's a thing. It's this.
It's a thing. Like it's a thing. So imagine
editors,
just like
edit one, edit one just in my hand right here.
yeah, edit a
That'll
little
be
Winston dome
edited
right
on
here.
that'll be there on the fly.
Right on the post.
You at home can see it. We can't see it here in the studio, but you at home are all looking at it right now and
Mm-hmm.
you're loving it.
Just use your imagination. I'm sure it'll be there. But I think he would just walk around with that and just low-key taste people, just like a little Symmetra beam. You know. So
So yeah, so
Yo, devs, hit us up.
ability 1, little taser. Ability 2,
probably a little jump.
little jump, much smaller than
But there's
Winston's.
probably two cooldowns, like a Tracer Blake.
Ooh, so it's like I like this actually. Two mini jumps. That's slot 2.
Mm-hmm.
Little bubble shield. Little bubble shield. I feel like he needs like something that like makes him unique. Otherwise, he's just worse Winston.
Right, just worse Winston as a dive DPS.
Maybe like Diddy Kong has a hat. I feel like maybe he could have something hat based. Maybe like Little Winston has like he like
I think that's so. You know, in this high-tech universe where we have people who can travel back in time, we have someone who can go invisible literally and like
yeah.
translocate across the map,
Right.
and then we just have Little Winston with a hat.
he has hats.
And
I'm thinking the hat based gameplay would be like maybe he puts a hat
hat-based
on you.
gameplay.
I think they need to make its like own. It just like completely changes the game when you play as Little Winton. All the buttons are different.
Little Winston.
Little Winton.
You know what? Overwatch devs, hit us up. Like, your game's a little dry. I think we can help you. Like, we have all the good ideas. We got, you know, there is no short. There's no shortness question mark. There's no
hat based game like
right. There's no hat-based gameplay.
McCree has or not McCree. Cassidy has a hat. What does he
But-
do with it?
It falls off his head when he dies.
It does fall off his head when he dies.
Like
And that's bad gameplay.
so boring. Like,
That's bad
where are the
gameplay.
hats at?
If I was a dev, that hat would go onto. That hat would go onto the person that kills you gets your hat. And so
As
then,
like a collectible, like a trophy.
like as long as you're alive, you can have the hat. So the hat's like passed around the game as you play, and so like you can tell who it just.
So it's like tag.
Yeah, it's like
Kinda.
tag. It's like tag, but you're trying to get it. And then it's like
so
whoever.
it's like reverse tag. Like you want to be it.
Yeah, and then maybe it's like whoever has the hat at the end of the game.
Gives you like 50 armor.
I don't. This
Hi,
is
Cam.
Cam.
This is Cam.
Cam's focusing on adding the hat-based gameplay for this match. So just get ready. Expect to see that a lot of hat-based gameplay this match. I'll be calling that
He's
out.
busy coding it into the game.
He's actively coding into the game, and it's incredible. We have all CS students.
Oh my
All
gosh.
CS master students is what our Terps team is made of.
For
Academy
some
team
reason,
is-
when you said CS, my mind went to CS:GO and not computer science. I was like, why would a CS person be coding Overwatch? Well, you know what? That's just where my brain went. I'm a little cooked this evening, friends.
we're all just
well,
a little
just
bit,
a tad cooked.
just a little bit cooked.
I chugged a Celsius before this, so hopefully, yeah.
Had some water. It's tasty. Yeah, me personally, I'm wearing a bandana right now, so that doesn't really feature into the hat-based gameplay.
Wait, yeah. Now I'm trying to think of like. I'm just trying to think. I don't really have much going on. Up here
Currently,
right
behind the scenes, if you're curious, the captains are, I guess, banning people and discussing still.
now. Yeah, they're probably discussing map bans, discussing hero bans. Just trying to
Interesting
figure
stuff.
out what map they're going to If I have any predictions, it's probably going to be a good old Lijiang, maybe an Oasis. I can't say we see much different than that on most of these occasions.
What's the one where the cars hit you? Or
Oasis.
Oasis? I love Oasis.
University? I don't think it's University. It's the one with like the big
Yeah,
tower in the
yeah,
middle.
it's the towers. And
Wow.
it looks like it'll probably be Oasis. And so we'll get to see the cars, maybe. Although usually they're not on the side of the map with the cars.
The cars. That is the one reason we want to go to Oasis, is to see the cars.
I personally will always vote for Oasis to go see the cars. Yeah.
I personally will vote for Lijiang because that's just the map I feel like I've always played on.
Why don't the casters get a vote in the map?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I've been curious about.
I mean, there's so many King of the Hill maps out there that we just never see. Like,
Right.
I can't even think of.
This
No,
is like
let me rack my
a
brain.
real thing. Like, I went back to the game a while ago, and I'm playing with some friends, and they have the map ban. I'm like, oh man, I've never
my
seen that map.
gosh.
Nobody picks it. Oh, I've never seen that map. Nobody picks it.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been to this map before. That's the one everyone picks.
Yeah. A lot of people.
Guys.
Oh, Antarctic Peninsula is one of them.
I
Okay.
like that. I like
that.
that
That one's a
one.
good map too. We see that one actually pretty often, especially for the Premier team. That's one they pick pretty
Yeah.
commonly. Do excuse us though. We're having some technical difficulties in the studio. I think some people's audios aren't quite working, so just bear with us. We'll be in game very soon. And instead, you get to see our lovely faces. You know, get to yap with us a little bit longer.
If they add a new map, I'm hoping it's like there's maybe at an airport, and then there's
Ooh.
like an airplane actively. Oh, good. So
Not to interrupt, but this is the behind the scenes of what's going on right now. We got C3 here to be our tech person on the floor.
right,
Tech person on the fly. So
absolutely.
go C3.
And speaking of on the fly,
Oh yeah.
yeah, next map at an airport. I feel like a lot of shooters usually have an airport map, and that's something Overwatch is missing.
Mm-hmm.
And then instead of the cars hitting you,
Oh.
the airplanes hit you. This is the difference, because usually the airplanes are not running on the map, but Overwatch's difference would be that there are active flights taking off, and they correspond to real
Oh.
world flights. they take
You know what,
flight
bro?
data.
Bro's cooking something. You know what? Okay, airport, I'm down. But the thing is, most
Yes.
Overwatch maps tend to be based off some kind of country.
True.
So I'm curious, what kind of what airport in which country would you do?
Let's go for BWI, just a classic.
really?
Represent right here in Maryland.
I was gonna say, don't we have Route 66 already? What's a country we don't have in Overwatch yet? Like, I mean, there's probably thousands of them, but
Turks and Caicos up next.
ooh,
Turks and Caicos, that's
like
gonna be the next
that.
Overwatch match. I'm calling it right now.
now that I think about it, what was the last map added to Overwatch 2? I think Samoa, right? No, that's not the name of it.
I don't
Oh my gosh.
know any.
No.
New
one
Junk
where-
City is set in Australia, right?
Oh, you're right. The Flashpoint maps. Thank you. So Servasa, New Junk City, and there was one other one, I think. I forget. Yeah, the Flashpoint maps were the last maps to be added into the game. I was thinking, it's the King of the Hill map. It's the one with like the beach side.
I just don't know.
It
the
came out
names
with
of the matches,
Maga.
but I
I-
know exactly what you're talking about.
Help me out.
Yeah.
Anyway,
They should give Mauga a third arm so he can carry a third gun. And they should make everyone use the N64 controller that had the 3 little joysticks.
yeah.
So that, and then that's the only controller you can use for Mauga, and that way then you have like 3 triggers. to
So
use
how
for
would
his
you do
3
that with
guns.
PC players then? So like, I
You
mean,
have to. That's the
some
only way you're
some
gonna
mice
do it.
actually do have like 3 triggers.
like a
whereas-
triple.
Like a trip. Maybe you shoot with like your scroll wheel. Like you press
I
down
like
your
this.
scroll
I
wheel.
like this. Okay, so if you're doing mouse, you get the scroll wheel, and then the left and right click, and then if you're playing on controller, you have to use an N64 controller. Overwatch has to be N64 compatible
Oh.
with every console.
That's brave. Ooh.
That's
N64 Overwatch.
N64 Overwatch.
Oh my goodness.
I'm expecting that these are all real updates we're teasing.
Right.
Just know that we all have insider information here.
I was gonna say the devs are actually in our back pocket.
They're right outside the door. They're listening.
Yeah. By the way, we're also gonna get Mercy buffs. We're also gonna get Widowmaker buff. She's gonna be insanely
Yep.
OP. She's gonna one-shot body shot.
2.
And we're gonna get what else? We're gonna get.
I think Tracer infinite dashes.
True. New DPS player. We have Little Winton.
Winton. every map has an active airplane.
Oh my God,
through
no.
it.
Not the airplanes.
Maybe we'll get like Winton Senior.
Winton?
We'll
Isn't
expand-
Winton Senior the scientist who died? Like in lore?
Oh, wait, they should actually add him as a hero.
Like I'm down, but again, isn't he dead? He could be like a little Halloween update.
Be good gameplay. Now I can hear that the match is starting right now, and I can't see, but we're so interested
so
in telling you
close.
about this that we figure that you're more interested in listening to this right now.
I was gonna say I'm very invested in this little Winton development. I can't lie.
Round 1 is starting right now, and
Here-
there we go.
We're not even on Oasis. Welcome to Ilios, everybody.
Wow.
We will be getting in. We're getting into the game soon. As we can see right now, we're having some technical
go.
difficulties. But now that we're back on the full screen, the Terps will be rolling out with Breezes on this Zarya. They're gonna have their signature Genji Tracer, as well as that Wu Yang and Kiriko backline. So we're gonna be seeing Poppy on this Kiriko, and Rosa, or the University of Alberta, they are just gonna walk onto the point with this Brigitte. And
Yes.
wow, Breeze is getting taken out at the beginning of this fight. Perhaps not getting the support he needed.
4-on-1 gameplay there, yes. So we're seeing our DPS and support move around and try and stall for time as Breezes gets back in. Although both of our support's down, so now it's going to be a minute of time.
Wow.
Terps are going to regroup here probably and get themselves ready to move in, make another big push onto the point here.
Yeah.
We're matching their Winston with one of our own to kind of evolve and match up gameplay like we were saying earlier.
Yeah, Zarya has a particularly difficult time with Winston, just mostly because she doesn't actually gain that much charge off of the Winston right click, and so switching onto Winston here is actually going to be working out for the Terps as Huntsman.
Very nice, a double.
Taken
And
out.
probably coming here with a triple if he can get this Cassidy right here, but moving in to support his teammates here. We see that the Terps are bunching up here together, watching where the damage is coming in from. Right now they're up against a Cassidy, and the Winston still taking... but the High Noon coming out, not taking...
Oh no, Breezes.
Taking our Winston down.
Just barely being in that Deadeye's line of sight, and Breezes will fall, and that is the centerpiece of the Terps going down. And that means they're going to call for another full reset, 66% and counting on this first capture point.
We're seeing a lot of, from Rosa, just very... and a
pause.
pause from the game here.
All right, a pause from the University of Alberta. Well, I guess this gives us a little bit more time to talk about team comps. So we did, like we mentioned before, we saw the Terps roll out on that Zarya, and they had a pretty quick switch. I think what happened in that first fight is Breezes pushed up far too far past his team, and I think the University of Alberta there, Winston, jumped into the middle and bubbled off the support from the rest of the team. I don't know if you guys saw it. There was like a split second there where the spectator POV saw that bubble. So a very good bubble from Alberta, amazing bubble. But the Terps are going to be swapping over to that Winston to sort of adapt to this. And there are a lot of characters on this Rosa squad that are actually pretty diveable. So they do have this Cassidy. They do have the Brigitte. After Brigitte uses her shield bash, she's low-key a sitting duck. So you force her shield dash, you jump on her, you take her out, and then you kind of go from there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, the Terps did try to do that. They did it. I think it was I want to say it was a 3-4 in that fight, but the Deadeye forcing them off the engage and taking out Breezes. I mean,
effective use of ults, just not even necessarily if they're getting kills, but just to threaten the kills, threaten the danger. That's going to be all about just keeping people in the space that you want them to be in, keeping them in the area you want them to be in. So as we move back in here, we're going to see the Terps grouping back up and trying to pick some people off from the general herd here. A lot of verticality in this map, giving some of the faster, smaller DPS people a little bit more space to move. Almost taking down the Genji on the other team.
Oh my gosh.
And
Hunts, where are you, my man? He's in the back line, but his team is not with him. Out comes the Kiriko Rush and the rally, but Poppy, even though he will be popping the Kiriko Rush, he will fall. And although Breezes takes down the rallying Brigitte, it seems that with the Primal Rage from Rosa's Winston and the Dragon Blade, I don't think Breezes will be able to stall this out effectively. The Kiriko is so low, no cleanse, and Breezes and Cam are going to be the ones falling. Huntsman coming back in with this Dragon Blade, needs to come up huge, will not find anything.
An unfortunate ending there. The 1v4s were valiant and were able to stall a good amount of time, but unfortunately once that tank is down, it's going to be real hard to push back if you haven't also taken down the other person's tank. Especially with a 99%, odds were just against the Terps there. But
Yeah.
hopefully we'll see some quick moving in from the Terps this time, an effective take, and be able to hold it a lot more sturdy this second.
Yeah, for
round
sure.
of
I
match
mean,
one.
sometimes it takes a little bit time to warm up, a little bit time to acclimate to your opponents. Maybe we'll see some switches. I know this Wu Yang is a very strong character, but I think against a Genji and a Winston, where you are the major dive target, it becomes a lot harder to survive when 2 people are on you as opposed to 1. So I guess we're actually not going to see a switch, but it might be something to consider because Rosa does have this Brigitte, which is very good anti-dive.
Some very fast movement coming in. The Winston getting straight over to the center here. Hopefully the rest of the Terps are here to back them up as we see the entirety of Alberta also running on in. We see a very nice full support from the Terps here as we move around and start to pick off people from the back. Both Winstons
gosh.
sort of moving towards the center.
Oh my gosh. The dive coming out onto Cam, and unfortunately his team will not be able to keep him up.
But
Huntsman,
matching, yes, a takedown on our Winston too, and a full team wipe for the Terps, unfortunately giving the first capture to Rosa Alberta.
Yeah, it seems like the Terps are having a bit of difficulty sort of peeling this dive off of their backline.
And
Cam
a
being the
push.
first person to fall in that last team fight, he just needs a little bit more healing to get supported from his team.
We're seeing a very strong push here from the Terps here. A lot of almost kills, and the pickoff of the Kiriko will be very nice in taking out some of the healing that they could be getting. A takeout of the Cassie and the Bridget and the Winston.
Absolutely
very
beautiful.
nice, and it should be a quick retake and very effective retake from the Terps here, teaching them not to push themselves out too far, go towards the Terp spawn.
Yeah, Helios on that Kiriko, perhaps teleporting a little bit too far in to save their Winston. And they will be taken out, and that Kiriko is so integral to the team fight. So once the healer falls, so does the rest of the team. So, and the first capture will go over to the Terps.
Absolutely, absolutely. Winston making effective use of the bubbles on the other team, but our Winston taking out some of the the players that are extending themselves a little bit too far from Rosa, getting rid of that Genji there.
Poppy, oh no, being the first to fall, and Huntsman will follow as well. Vesper on this Winston is playing extremely well, but he will actually fall here
taken
too.
down, very nice. Hopefully the Terps can rally around the removal of the tank from the other side in order to get rid of some of these other guys before he can get back. Although a high noon.
Breeze is so close to that. Primal Rage and Yellowist! Yellowist getting found by the Deadeye. That's crucial for the Terps if they want to win this fight. And Poppy going down once
both
again.
Healers down. The Terps are going to have to be very effective and efficient in keeping themselves alive here while once again the tank is back and the healers are making their way back to the center.
Yeah, Breeze is stalling out for as long as he can, but he will decide to back out and give possession over to Rosa. And here comes the ultimate. Out comes the Dragon Blade from Huntsman. And the Wu Yang ult finds
3,
2.
4.
Oh, maybe can find
4. Wow. Incredible.
Yeah, amazing Dragon Blade, but Alucard answering back with 2 of his own. Yellowist will put an end to the killing spree. But I think, yeah, the Terps are able to gain control even in the midst of this Primal Raging Winston.
The opposing Winston still making a little bit of a fuss out here, but if they can pick him off now, it's going to completely separate him from the returning group from Rosa, which will give the Terps a huge advantage here because their push will not really mean anything until that Winston comes back.
Yeah, what a beautiful stagger there. Vesper in the Primal Rage. Oh, wait, please excuse me. We need to talk about what's going on right now. The rally being popped from Kile on this Brigitte. And Huntsman, oh, just barely getting out with his life. And that Brigitte ult was sort of wasted because here comes the Kitsune Rush from the Terps. The cleanse comes out and saves Kilei's life, but that is a piece of utility that will no longer be there for the Winston.
Tank down.
Oh, this is awkward. Put that deflect away, buddy. Cam.
He's not really getting anyone there.
Yeah, Cam not finding anything with the Deadeye, but the pressure from it is enough to...
keeping people scared to get away from the center there.
Yeah, and it's just a cleanup here for the Terps. Relatively simple. Vesper trying to stall for his team here. And as Rosa swaps to their stall picks of that Tracer and that Kiriko and the Juno, they just desperately need to get back to the point to stall this out to find anything.
Primal Rage keeping him down, keeping the Tracer out too. This should be very effective from the Terps as long as they can... There we go. Keeping them off quickly.
Yeah, second capture point going over to the Terps. Seeing some signs of life in this team yet again. Let's just hope they can keep it up.
Absolutely.
Going into this third point, so this will be, I don't want to, it's not match point, but like map point. So this will be map point on our final point on Ilios.
Now, interestingly, we saw a switch from Rosa right there at the end. We got a Tracer and a Juno coming in, which is, in the last couple seconds, a bit of an odd choice, but maybe they'll be carrying this into the next round, trying to adapt to what they're seeing the Terps are doing as well.
I don't know. I think those picks were mainly used for stalling, but, when you're down so far in a team fight, it's really hard sometimes to get that momentum back up. And actually, no, you were going to be completely correct. We are actually going to see that. So I lied again. We were seeing a swap over to the Juno, but Rosa just used it for that speed boost, and then they're going to switch over to that Brigida. So let's see how the Terps play this final point on
Watching
Ilios.
where our Winston here, Breezes, watching the entrance, knowing where everyone's coming in from, getting a nice couple shots there on the group, and then moving over to get in the back.
Oh. Trixie.
Taking down our Wu Yang here in the back is going to be a bit unfortunate for us. We're going to want to match that with either one of their healers being taken down or...
Huntsman?
Wow, there's so much going on.
You know what? We're going to disregard that, okay? Huntsman getting taken down. Poppy also getting taken down. Same with Breezes. That is going to be a first point capture. Once again, going over to University of Alberta. These Cassidys, man, they are putting in the work.
Yeah.
They're doing so much damage.
Yeah, there's a lot of very nice movement and a lot of just quick shots and quick getting out of there. We're going to see a regroup from the Terps here real quick as we see, once again, a big push. A lot of Rosa bunched up together, keeping themselves pretty defended. You shoot one of them and 3 of them shoot back at you. And Winston off right there, taking down our tank once again, and both of our healers now coming back in.
Yeah, unfortunate. Once again, Poppy being the first one to get picked off during that fight. It's so difficult, especially when Rosa's holding this top left position, to sort of oust them from that high ground. You need a really coordinated dive from both Huntsman and Breezes on a isolated target to sort of get the space back. So let's see how they sort of take that and try to take back this top left. I think that's where they're setting their sights.
If the Terps can get rid of a couple of these players here, especially the tank, they'll be able to make a nice push and take a hold of the center there. But as long as they're not getting rid of any of these big players, they're going to be pretty hard pressed to move in.
Yeah, Cam and Huntsman will be the first 2 to fall in this fight, and I think between Poppy and Yellowist, there's not really much they can do besides stall.
It's just a lot of healing coming in from the other side right now, just keeping everyone alive. And the High Noon, once again, showing its hand, keeping people off the objective there.
Interesting play from the Terps, I'm not going to lie. You see that both of your DPS have fallen, and the Terps decide to do an engage instead of sort of backing off and waiting for the rest of their team. And Huntsman, Trixie on this Cassidy is just going crazy.
The Winston moving all the way in to try and get the capture far behind the rest of the team, just to make sure that the Terps are getting a little bit of percentage in with the Primal Rage. But we're about to see Rosa start to move in towards now that Primal Rage has run out. And so the Winston is going to be pulling a 1v5 here, it seems like, all on his own. Let's see how far this will go. But unfortunately, with such a stall. Oh, but the Kirka Rush.
No. Yeah,
Here, giving a couple more people on the Terps team to support Winston's push here.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the Terps are going to be falling. Yellowist answering back with a pick onto Helios' Kiriko. That is a massive pick if the Terps want even a chance to get back into this fight. And the one clip, the almost one clip.
But yeah, not quite. A lot of a very effective bubble usage from both Winstons here, making sure that just the last hits cannot really come in and take down the DPS characters, making sure that damage is remaining in the fight, keeping people out there. But
try as they may, try as they might. The Terps are unfortunately going to lose the first map. So this first map of Ilios will be going over to the University of Alberta. Very well played from their side of things. I mean, Trixie on that Cassidy. I mean, what an insane player. I think last time on this map, actually, we saw them play this map, and Cassidy was actually a non-factor completely. Cassidy was completely, I don't want to say useless per se, but it wasn't the greatest pick because they kept getting picked off first. But here in this match, we just see the absolute opposite. Trixie on that Cassidy putting in the work, and also we saw signs of life there from the Terps from their own Cassidy. So
a lot of very effective Cassidy playing here, and a lot of just preventing the final hit. There were a lot of like very, very close picks, but couldn't quite get them either from the Winston shield, either from being knocked off by a support character coming in and giving them some healing, or someone else was able to come in and kill you before you were able to kill them.
There really is something to be said about having these voice comms. There's it's a world of a difference between playing competitively and playing in ranked. If you get dove by somebody in ranked, there's a high chance your team just will not turn around because they don't even know that person is on you.
Right.
There has to be so much awareness from the players in ranks. But with the awareness of these more coordinated players, you find that a lot of the kills that you would usually get in a ranked game will get denied from you, either because they get the healing or because you sort of get counter dove yourself. The Terps, I do want to note, though, they're playing a dive comp how a dive comp should be played. Breezes is manning the charge against the enemy Winston, so they're sort of trading dives. But unfortunately, the Terps dive is just lacking that last little bit of damage, whereas Alberta is able to find and isolate these kills. So, again, we're seeing some really great stuff out of the Terps, but there's just a little bit left to go for them to reach their full potential.
Absolutely. I'm very excited to see how Map 2 treats the Terps and Alberta. We're going to be moving on to Hybrid, which is going to be a capture at the beginning and then a push for a little while. We're going to see which team can move their payload to the final point the fastest. And so this will be a little bit of a different challenge for both teams to see how they can handle a constantly moving objective and handle both dealing with the enemy, but also making sure that you're staying on that objective because you want it moving as fast as possible. Timing is going to be a big factor on this one, and so if the Terps are able to make sure that they're giving a nice balance between keeping the enemy at bay and keeping the objective moving forwards, they have a very, very strong shot at taking this.
Yeah, I'm just going to make a prediction right here, right now. I know my predictions have not been the greatest today, but I do believe we are going to be seeing that King's Row. I mean, it's a classic map. The guys outside were talking about it before the pre-show too. Everybody loves Scrim's Row. It's a classic. But we also might see something like, what other hybrid maps are there out there?
The one with the castle.
Numbani, Blizzard World.
The one with the castle. What's the castle?
Is that not Blizzard World?
Is that Blizzard World? I
with the third point being in the castle, I think it is.
Then you're right.
I think it's Blizzard World. I actually haven't seen Blizzard World in forever. Dang. That is we just got word from the outside world that we are actually going to be seeing King's Row. So
King's Row. All of our speculation was for nothing.
Right. So I wonder if we're going to see, I forget what the Terps played here last time, but that Winston did work out really well for them. I know that they want to start playing this Zarya more. Breeze is a very talented Zarya, but I think against a Winston, Zarya just does not get the value that she needs to gain. There's not enough damage from a Winston or to gain the charge necessary for Zarya to become this Titan. So I think sticking to that Winston will be their best bet. And
I was going to say there's a lot of vertical places to
I
get
was just about to say that.
and then shoot down from, dive launch from. And so I expect to see the Genji, the Kiriko again, but I mean any other climbing characters that are able to get up quickly and then back down quickly. There's also surprisingly a lot of I never really think of it, but there's a lot of good sniping, long hallways where a long range
sniping
character would be useful. So we could see a Widowmaker.
Might see a Widowmaker,
but there's even we could get the Zarya with just getting the splash damage from a distance to kind of deal with a group that's moving forwards.
Yeah, I mean, we might see a Widowmaker. Most teams customarily just sort of start on Widowmaker and then swap off if they don't really get a pick or anything. I think most likely we're actually probably going to see a Cassidy again. Something tells me that both of these teams find themselves very comfortable playing a Cassidy. You know, sometimes playing what you're comfortable with is far better than playing the meta. And I think just how good both of these Cassidys have looked, I think we're probably going to see that over your customary Tracer, or I think Genji's actually going to be played no matter what.
I think we're absolutely seeing a Genji here. I think Genji fits King's Row very well, just based on...
We might also see a Reaper. We might see this team go for that Reaper Zarya.
We have not seen a Reaper yet this game, which is something that only just occurred to me.
Yeah. So Reaper also a very good counter to Winston. just because his close damage shotguns do so much damage to that Winston, whose head hitbox is just kind of like right there in front of your face. So
I would not be shocked if we saw the Tracers switched out for Reapers.
Yeah.
And running the Reaper Genji for DPS.
Yeah, Reaper Genji Zarya, and then of course that customary backline of Kiriko and Wu Yang. Those are my predictions. I'm gonna
Could see a Lucio too from a support.
I think so, maybe. I think so, maybe.
Yes. it's a could be.
Could be.
Could be.
Maybe. But I also, that Brigitte was really impactful coming out from Alberta. I mean, I've always been a Brigitte proponent. I've always really loved playing Brigitte, even after she got nerfed in her Overwatch 1 form. I mean, Overwatch 1, she was far too overtuned. But, since coming into Overwatch 2, she's been reworked, balanced a little bit. And she's still this, like, I don't want to say a titan of peeling, because that's, like, not really correct. But she's kind of, she's one of the characters you play against a dive comp for, just to peel for your backline. And as you guys saw, it worked out very well on the side of Alberta. I wonder if the Terps are going to pick up that sort of trick from them and play this Brigitte on their side of things.
Yeah, very interested to see that.
But I guess we'll never know until we get into games.
Yeah,
so.
surely. There's a bit of a pause here between our rounds. They are doing something back there for sure. Perhaps coding a completely new map in.
Right, a new map with
those who know.
Airplanes. I was actually thinking about it. I was like, on Gibraltar, if I'm not mistaken, the payload is an airplane. So on this map, I think there would be an airplane as your payload.
Oh, it could also be like a luggage cart. Like the little things that they drive across the tarmac.
Oh yeah, okay.
Those, like tiny things. I think there's options. I mean,
lots and lots of options.
We know that Blizzard watches this stream
again,
every
yeah.
week. We got to be throwing out stuff.
Look, I graduate after this year. Hit me up, Blizzard. I need a job.
I graduate after this year. Feel free to hit me up too. But if you want to hit me up like now, like before I get out of college, like go for it, man.
Line me up something, Blizzard, because
I got 1,000 of these ideas. Overwatch updates for years.
I could do this
right in here,
literally all day.
Yeah. And if it's not going to you, I mean, who knows? Valorant might poach me.
Oh, ooh,
Valorant airplane map. That's my first pitch for them.
Oh boy, what is it with you and airplanes? Are you an aerospace engineering major?
No, I'm an accountant.
Oh,
I just didn't think the IRS was as interesting of a map, I guess.
You know what? Understandable. I don't think I would. Okay, here's a question for you. Actually, now that we need to talk a little bit more, just before we get into this next game.
Right.
If you could pick either a building or a location on this campus to be an Overwatch map, what would you? What's your pick?
This is a good question. I feel like I have to go for VMH.
Okay, so Van Munching.
Yeah, all my classes are there, so
that's a very nice building.
Comes to mind first, but it's got a lot of bends to it, so I feel like you can do a lot with the map there. Mm-hmm. Also, it has overlooking balconies on a couple of the different areas.
Oh.
So if you got your jump characters for some verticality, you can get up there, hit some sniping spots while the payload's coming down the middle there. I feel like that would be like a pretty effective little map there. It's a little cramped.
I mean, you could also put the space around it. I know there's like a nice little grass clearing.
True.
I know there's
there's like that courtyard there.
Yeah, there's like a little courtyard. Very cutesy. It could be a very cutesy little map.
Yeah. What about you?
Honestly, I'm gonna go with my the place that is the bane of my existence, and yet I love it all the same. McKeldin Library. There are so many floors in McKeldin, and you could just sort of I don't want to say make it this isn't like Rainbow Six Siege. You're not gonna make it 8 floors, but you could combine some of these floors, and then on top of that, you should put my favorite McKeldin accessory, the lice, in the map as well.
Environmental damage. That's something that Overwatch hasn't taken advantage of
yet.
Yeah,
new mechanic in Overwatch. Picking lice out of your hair.
Like Winston would get an extra debuff to this. Or maybe
now that
buffed. I guess gorillas are really good at that, aren't they?
Now that I think about it, please scrap this idea. This is terrible. This is actually
too
terrible.
Late. The Blizzard devs are listening and they are writing things down.
You know what? Let's do a different. Let's do a different building. Let's choose Night Hall. So that's where we are right now.
True.
3 floors. You know, you got your windows.
This
you got
also has the
court-
balconies overlooking thing.
balconies. You got the courtyard in the back as well. And then also, if you really, really wanted to, you could have lot 1 sort of be like the first point. So
Nice.
like right outside the front.
You go lot 1, then you head inside. You do your ground floor then with the like the balcony overlooking, and then like floor 3 / maybe the roof is your like final stage of the push there. You can push like a Celsius cart, the big Celsius carts we've been seeing around campus.
Yes, please.
This map would be sponsored by Celsius,
Please,
obviously.
please sponsor me. Or I mean us. I really need a Celsius. Another one. But
If they add in, if they end up doing the PVE mode,
Ugh.
we could do with the parking lot map, and you have to go against dots.
oh my god.
Who who would just be towing your car. You have to
New
keep-
Overwatch challenge. Try not to get a parking ticket before 4 p.m. Like, try to find anywhere to park before 4 p.m.
They'd be quick. Maybe they should add like Dots employee as like
Oh my
a
gosh.
new
Like an
character.
NPC.
And they like a new hero. They just like move really fast. Like you know how like as Kiriko you can like teleport
Yeah.
to when they can teleport to any unparked cars.
Can you imagine? This sounds such a crazy concept, but if you were a DOTS employee and you were standing on one side of campus and you like, you know how like you can sort of, there's like a little cursor around the character that you can teleport
Yeah.
to as Kiriko?
Yeah.
Imagine that, but like a DOTS employee who could see which cars shouldn't be parked where.
That's exactly what I'm envisioning.
Wait,
And so
I'm so
like
obsessed with this idea.
this could be amazing. And so we just put a bunch of like then we add a new mechanic where all the Overwatch characters have to drive to each match from
my
their
gosh.
individual houses. And so no match can begin until all the Overwatch characters we add driving mechanics to Overwatch.
So where does Winston drive from? Also, how does Winston drive? Also, how does Hamster drive? I know he's driving his like ball, but that's not really a. Is that a vehicle?
So
Do we
there's
count
like
that
a
as
round
vehicle?
of Mario Kart basically before every Overwatch match
Oh,
now.
okay, got it.
And then it ends with you having to park in your designated parking spot.
So this is the crossover we've been looking for.
Yes. Overwatch cart.
Right, like who needs Persona? Who needs what else is there? Who needs like
What's
who
the new
needs-
Pokemon Z to A?
Yeah, who needs like a crossover when you can have Mario Kart and Overwatch? I mean, this is
Mario
just
Kart Overwatch.
the ideas keep coming. Like,
Nintendo and Blizzard famously are eager to collaborate,
oh my gosh.
and so we're waiting to see that collab. But yeah, you arrive, you park, and then they do their 5v5 thing, and then there's an incentive to make the game go as fast as possible because one person plays as the DOTS employee, and they go around and ticket all the cars, and then at the end of the match, you have to drive back to your house. And if your car got ticketed, you have to go over to the
Oh my
tow lot and
gosh.
you have to pay a fine.
Oh
In
my
real money. It would be
gosh.
a real microtransaction
Oh my gosh.
to get your car, and then it's another Mario Kart race. But some people would be like at a disadvantage because they had parked incorrectly.
That is so goofy. I feel like this would be like a how do I put this in a nice way? A really like, you know what? I can't even say it in a nice way. It'd be like a really crazy arcade mode.
Yeah. Overwatch does like add those little weird arcade
Yeah,
modes.
there was like the Halloween one, the Halloween update with like all the items and stuff, and you know all the stuff in the patch notes that no one really cared about.
Yeah.
You know, there's got Lucio Ball, Winston Ball.
I love Winston Ball, guys. It's
Actually,
basically
never
the same
played.
as Lucio Ball, but they just called it. Or no, Lucio Ball is soccer. Winston Ball is a volleyball.
Right.
And so, like, you have to jump up and you have to bat it over. I played Winston Ball for so long. I think I went into Overwatch over the summer, like, 4 times maybe. And then one of them, there was the update for Winston Ball. And I played one round of just, like, regular play. And then I saw that there was Winston Ball. And my friends and I played Winston Ball the entire rest of the night. That's all we played. We weren't very good at it. But it was really funny to
that's
say
okay.
Winston every time we hit
okay.
the ball.
That's okay, because now that I'm thinking about this, I'm just like, I want to play Rocket League. No, we have Rocket League at home, and then it's
Winston
Lucio
Ball.
Ball or Winston
Lucio
Ball.
Ball.
Sorry, whatever.
It's all...
It's all a ball.
They up next, Reaper Ball, Tracer Ball.
Oh my gosh.
What would basketball be? What player gives off basketball?
Probably Loki Juno, because she can double jump.
Ooh, I like
The
this.
LeBron dunks with the Juno, like. Again, the ideas just
Juno
keep
Ball,
coming.
Juno Ball.
Like
Boom.
Blizzard.
Blizzard. What are you doing? Why are you not here right now? How is
I
it
need
that
to
you have
hide.
not heard these ideas? We have,
Oh
have
my gosh.
parking violations, airports, children of Winston.
Oh, okay. I was like, children, where?
Of Winston,
What?
of
When?
Winston. I think we're moving into the Kings
Absolute
Row
cinema.
match now. I can hear it in my little ears here, and so
Yeah. So
very
again,
excited.
Sorry for the delay, y'all. From what I heard, I think we're having some difficulty with the rulebook stuff, question mark. We don't really know, but we are finally getting into this Kings Row match.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's a taxi there. That could be an example of a car parked illegally.
I mean, to be honest, it's kind of an inopportune spot, no? Or not inopportune, it's in the wrong spot. Like, why
I'm
is
gonna
it
be
just
honest.
there?
If I had flying cars and I was parking like that, I'd be like, why don't you just park it in the air? Like, why are you
True.
taking up the street at all?
Yeah, why are you parking it right in front of my point?
Exactly. That's really annoying of you. Okay. Anyway,
In front of my point. I
the
can't believe
Terps
it.
are moving in. I believe they are defending first. So we are seeing Zarya, and we were correct. The Reapers coming in here instead of the Tracer, and we have a Symmetra coming
Ooh.
out for a little bit, which is interesting. And then the Lucio coming in with the Kiriko, as predicted.
I do love me a good Symmetra. When I used to play this game, Symmetra actually used to be my main character. And so, you know, I'm really excited to see this from Huntsman. So we are actually going to be getting a Pharah Mercy. Oh my goodness, I haven't seen this combo in... Okay, I lied. So we're just getting the Pharah. We're not actually getting the Mercy. But that doesn't really matter because Pharah is going to be able to pepper down this Terp squad from afar. This is a
Yeah.
very close-up Terp squad. We've got a Reaper, a Sim, and a Zarya, which all
The
function
Terps
at
are
low
being
range.
fired down upon heavy right now.
Wait, hello?
Although
Hello?
she's dead.
Okay.
And she's
All right.
immediately gone.
Frieza said enough of that and decided to just walk at her, and it worked perfectly.
I'll walk him down.
Waka waka.
We're seeing the Reaper get some pretty good effects, making that Winston run away a second ago. The shotguns from the Reaper here are a very effective deterrent here, keeping Rosa from moving too far into the point.
Oh
Once
my
again, that
gosh.
Wow.
You know what? I take back what I said. It doesn't really matter that it's a fair, because Breezes just has her on lock.
Yeah, she's actually cooked.
Oh, it's so fun. And we have this 100 charge Zarya. Oh my goodness gracious.
Wow.
We're actually going to see a swap from Rosa over to this Ramatra, and the pressure is actually coming out very heavily onto the Terp squad. Breeze is going for the kill confirm onto that Genji, not going to find it. Cleanse is going to come out for Rosa, and this might be a cause for a re-engage on the side of the Terps, building up that Graviton Surge, about 91% to it. Cam going for the Pharah, not going to find her, but it's okay because the
Taking
rest
down the Ramatra, and that with that tank down, cleaning up a little bit of what else they can see. And we're seeing a bit of a retreat and regroup from Rosa here, with the Terps kind of keeping them back, scaring them off, and making sure that they are just constantly keeping that little bit of damage, showing them what's what. We're seeing the regroup here now with the a Mei coming out as one of the
interesting.
DPS here,
Oh,
which is
okay.
absolutely interesting.
Here comes the beat engage from Rosa, waiting for... Breeze is looking for the Graviton Surge, going to find 2. Out comes the Cleanse, finds 3, finds 4. It's
my
massive.
gosh. Oh
And
my
with
gosh.
the Death Blossom, the
Wow.
Terps are going to completely wipe Rosa off of the map. Beautiful team
Incredible.
play coming out from the Terps.
Wasting as much time as possible in this first area is absolutely wonderful for the Terps here. If they can keep stalling them that extra minute and 37 seconds, the Terps are going to have an easy second round of this for them. But that is not to say that that will be an easy task for them to do. We're seeing another big push.
Oh my gosh, the damage. Oh, Breezes just gets blown up.
Yes, the Pharah coming down here with her ult, taking down a lot of our characters
Ouch.
here, and our Lucio here for support. We're seeing a bit of a regroup from the Terps as Rosa takes the objective,
Yeah.
and starts moving the cart. But a lot of time wasted, and that is all useful time to the Terps. Every second the Terps are wasting here is a second that they get over
Oh, my
Rosa
goodness.
later on in the game.
Yeah, very good hold from the Terps, wasting about, I want to say about 3 minutes off of that clock. Oh, and oh no, the wall coming out, and Huntsman gets isolated from his team and headshot by that Mei,
A lot
taken
of heavy
down.
damage here. Breezes is getting that healing very effectively. That would have been a death if not for some very quick healing there from the other Terps. The Reaper here keeping just peppering damage on there, making sure that you know, as they're moving through, they're just taking
What is going on
there.
Breezes and Poppy perhaps getting a little. I
Everyone
think
is
they got a
very
little
split
lost
up right
there.
now.
Yeah, they got very split, and Rosa just taking the opportunity and taking them down very easily.
And we are taking a Pharah of our own, I see.
Yeah, no longer on that Symmetra, which is very smart.
What are they doing?
Ooh, Vesper. Oh my
What?
gosh, the team play from Vesper and Alucard taking this high ground away from Cam. How are the Terps going to oust them from this position?
Taking down, bring the Lamatra down back to the floor here.
Oh my
And
goodness.
Every ult being popped at once.
Yeah, literally almost every single ult being popped at once. I think I just saw 3 ults from Rosa and 2 ults from the
Incredible.
Terps. Incredible, absolute cinema. And now this is going to be a dry fight for each of these team members. Cam teleporting up to the high ground,
Down.
diving on the Mei.
Ah, but the Mei boxing herself into the little thing and taking down the Lucio on the other team. That's going to be big, getting rid of some of that healing that they are relying on. If they can get rid of that Kiriko as well, it's going to be a very effective matchup that they have moving forwards here. We're seeing just a lot of these very, very low damage numbers, and then just getting away.
Here comes Reaper ult.
The Death Blossom here taking 1 down. Taking not 2 down, though.
The Reaper ult finding the 1, and it was just the Kiriko, and that is the exact pick that you need, because Huntsman now has the Sky to take down Alucard, and although he will fall, Breezes.
Very nice. Taking down.
Wait, what is going on?
He
Pause.
took down the Pharah as well. Whoa, but the rest of our team taken down as well. Now the Ramatra versus the Zarya. The Ramatra not looking the right way, and so he's down as well, and
Oh my gosh.
that ended up working out for the Terps, even though we had no healing there. So incredible play from the Terp after all.
That was like at least a minute and a half long fight, and I think every single ult actually got used. And
Yeah.
Breezes already 77% to another Graviton Surge.
The Ramatra fully looking the wrong way for about 12 seconds there.
I mean, you're not going to 1v1 a 100 energy Zarya on Ramatra.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro. It's just not going to happen.
We're seeing
my goodness.
the ult, a Pharah battle here over the rooftops.
The Pharah battle. And Huntsman will remain at this HP. Is going to get healed passively by his Lucio. Poppy making the first move, popping that Kiriko rush, but that is going to force Rosa back. And as the clock ticks down, 30 seconds left, Rosa will be walking in with some ultimates of their own.
The longer the Terps can take here. Oh, very nice.
Clip
very
it.
nice.
Clip it.
Play the
Beautiful
game. It
from
won't be play the
Huntsman.
game because of that Energon pulse earlier, or the gravity pulse. the thing that she does.
Yeah, the thing that she does.
The
with
thing that
with,
she
with
does.
the blue and the
The
white.
blue,
and
the blue and the white. We know what it's called.
Right.
We all know.
Right. We all know. But that
Right.
is an amazing pick
An
for the
amazing
Terps.
pick.
And now Rosa desperately trying to
4
get a touch on the cart,
seconds.
but as the Graviton Surge comes out,
And there it
Kile
is.
will not have the beat to sustain his
Beautiful.
teammates through it. And even though overtime will get popped, wait, pause. What is going on? 3 members of the Terps
Did
are
they
going to
just-
fall because of the blizzard.
No, if they can just.
Wait, this is doable. It's a 2v2 on the cart, and Huntsman has his ult.
we see
He's
the
going to
ult-
pop it, walk forward into the Ramatra.
Come on, if they can get them off, that'll be so much less work for the Terps.
Oh my gosh, Cam
So much
popped.
less work for the Terps.
Cam popped the
Just
Death
keep
Blossom.
them back. Just keep them back. There's just one person on it. It's a tank. No, missed the hit.
No.
Come on, just keep it. Oh,
Oh!
coming in now from
Beautiful.
Rosa. Rosa's starting to move in. The
Oh.
fight's going to get harder and harder.
And the boop.
Very nice. Was able to keep them off just long enough so that they were not able to make it to that second checkpoint.
The boop from Yellowist on the Lucio, booping Kile's Lucio off of the cart, and then the overtime wick
Wow.
ticks down, and that will be a hold on the second point for the Terps. What is going on? Like, what is going on? There's so much going on between the Pharah 1v1 and the Mei Blizzard and the solo ults and the Ramatra effects.
Amazing
and the
plays from the
Graviton Surge.
Zarya there, just taking down, giving a ridiculous amount of damage. We're seeing like the healing and damage ults coming out at the exact same time, so like they're just canceling each other out with 1,000 particle effects. But the Terps really only need to get so far through this round. They don't even have to make a full push. As long as they can get to that second checkpoint, they win here. They just need to get to the second checkpoint. It does not matter what their time is. So as long as the Terps can make a quick and effective play, they will be taking round 2 for themselves. We told you that this would be a very contentious, a very close game, and I think we are seeing that absolutely is 100% delivering.
Yeah, 100%. Amazing hold from the Terps there. It takes a lot to sort of get into these chaotic fights and still be able to come out on top. It takes individual play, it takes communication. And although we saw some, some moments where the Terps sort of fell back.
Oh my gosh, we have Widowmaker.
But I don't think... Widowmaker, Huntsman.
We have a Widowmaker. And there's a Risa on the other team.
Huntsman.
Interesting.
Wait, he's staying on this Widowmaker. Okay, wait, Huntsman. If Huntsman finds a pick here, this could be integral. The wall from the May.
Oh, no.
Oh, but the wall goes down, and the bubble comes out and saves Cam's life. Breezes, what a play.
The
and
Orisa
now
versus the Zarya here. A lot of damage coming out, a lot of pushback. We're seeing a very heavy presence on the point from Rosa right now, but very heavy pushing from the Terps here. The Zarya delivering a lot of damage out there, but we're not quite taking down the Orisa yet. It's going to require a big push to kind of break through these defenses. Either they need to be focusing on the healers here, or they got to focus on those tanks.
But Breezes, with his full charge, doing a lot of damage to that Orisa.
Absolutely.
But do note that the Orisa is about 77% to her ultimate. That might catch the Terps off guard.
Right. Yeah, all that damage that the Orisa has taken is just gearing her up more and more. The Terps want to get that first point as quickly as possible. They do not want to repeat what happened to Rosa, and so if they can just move quickly, that's gonna change the game fully.
Oh, beautiful pick. The
Very
May.
nice dive there.
The May getting sort of caught out there in her ice block, and the immortality field is too late to save her life.
Nice.
And now the Terps walking onto the point.
Saving the pulse for a little bit. And there it is. The pulse on the full team there, dealing a lot of damage.
Huntsman with the follow-up, finding one, and Poppy finding the other. And even though
Very
the
nice.
amplification matrix is
And
there.
The Orisa out. Beautiful, and wasting one of the
my God.
ults from the other team.
Oh.
Okay. And May coming in with a solo ult here, which is interesting choice because that found nobody.
Wow.
And was completely on her own.
The waste of the Blizzard is absolutely massive for the Terps. And now as they move on to the second point with 4 minutes and 30 seconds in the time bank.
Wow, the Terps chasing them down back to their spawn right now. Really just scaring them off as the cart starts to move forwards. Rosa is nowhere near it in order to slow down its progress at all. So that thing is chugging along. All this time that the Zarya is wasting for Rosa right now is just so much save time that the Terps are getting. With less people to be there, the car's progress is just going to move faster and faster.
Helios on the Baptiste getting caught out. That is the main healer for Rosa being taken down at the beginning of the fight. And now the Terps have relatively nothing stopping them from walking forward. Huntsman deflecting the damage back into Trixie.
The Death Blossom ready from Cam here. And Huntsman's got his sword ready, whatever it's called.
His Dragon Blade.
His Dragon Blade, of course, because there's dragons in it.
Of course, and here it comes.
And the dragon, of course, becomes him as he moves in to deflect and deal some damage here. We see that the cart is so unbelievably close to where they want it to be.
Here's a Death Blossom walking in towards the Lucio, and unfortunately he will not find the damage to take him out. The peel from the immortality field is perfect.
We hear the Cassidy High Noon come out.
Oh.
And I think he just got the Huntsman, our Huntsman there.
Yeah, the Huntsman becomes the prey a little bit there in the eye of the Deadeye.
Oh, and taking down Breezes as well with a full team push on him. Orisa pushing forwards with the rest of her team now. We have yet to see them really interact with our cart yet. So, or our point push, whatever it's called. We've yet to see them like get onto it yet. They're waiting for it from a distance, which is a bit of an odd play from them because they're kind of just giving some space to it.
It's so.
Although it is moving backwards right now, so the Terps should be trying to get on it as soon as possible.
Okay, here comes the ult spam. Out comes the application mission, and it's a 5-man grab. Breezes, it's so absolutely massive, and the Terps all they have to do is clean it up. What a beautiful graviton surge from Breezes.
Oh my gosh, incredible! And 3-person push. This is if the Zarya comes back. It would be a 3-person push, but it'll be a 3-person push with whoever's on it right now, and I think we're about to see it.
It is up to Trixie on the Tracer to touch,
right there.
but touch will come.
A little bit further.
But that is going to be it.
Beautiful.
Beautiful cap from the
beautiful.
Terps. And Kings Row, this second match.
With still like 2 minutes to spare.
Yeah. What a beautiful... Breezes, please let that be play of the game, because, okay, it's not. But that was a beautiful, beautiful Graviton
I think
surge.
there were 3 separate Breezes Gravitron pulses there that were like game-changing
this was
there.
huge
Although
as
this
well.
combo one right at the beginning was absolutely amazing.
Oh, something these Terps do so well is they just play off that Graviton surge. It takes a little bit for that follow-up to come in, but they clean it up almost every time.
A decisive victory in round 2 for the Terps here.
Yeah, something so big I want to point out here in this last match is how, I forget who was on the Genji. I believe it was
On our team?
on our team. Who
It
was
was
our Genji?
Hunter.
No, was it Huntsman?
Yes.
Okay, yes, Huntsman on that Genji, popping the Dragon Blade on that second plane. It didn't find anything, but it did force that Lucio B, and that it was crucial because then there was nothing to peel for Breeze's Graviton Surge. So beautiful stuff coming out from the Terps.
Absolutely.
We're seeing
High-level
life in
plays.
them yet. Woohoo. Hey, it's Kings Row. What else do you expect from the guys who love and worship Kings Row?
Absolutely. And to cover a little bit of what will probably be another very lengthy break, we're going to move into a commercial break.
Yes.
Almost immediately. So we will see you back in a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Enjoy these ads.
Don't go anywhere.
My name is Subin Kim, my in-game name is Carrots, and I'm the controller of this team.
My name is Hannah, my IGN is Tuxedo Sam, and I play Sentinel for the team.
My name is Sima. My in-game name is Care Bear, and I'm a flex.
My name is Megan. My IGN is Giraffe, and I'm an initiator.
My name is Sophia. My IGN is Soap, and I'm an initiator.
Hi everyone, I'm Ayush. My in-game name is Dulcexo, and I'm the coach.
For me, I think it was just really interesting to see our names on social media and on a website. I'm just like, whoa, my name is on a website but so I think that was the number one thing that kind of just it brought the realization of what kind of team I'm in, what kind of position I'm in.
Meeting them. It's hard to make a woman and non-binary friends in Valorant, so it's just really nice that we have a team specifically for that.
The studio.
Yeah.
Oh, the studio.
The
Oh,
studio.
I didn't even know that existed. I didn't know that existed until remember when I first when we first talked about the studio, I was like, what's that? When I first went to the room, I was like, oh, there's cameras and lighting. I'm just like, that's
Nice computer.
Nice computer.
The monitors
So
are crazy.
true.
Winning.
Yeah.
Oh, so true.
Yeah.
Totally cool. Winning.
Getting into that.
Yeah, that
Yeah, I feel
that
like
was pretty
That's
cool.
class.
hey. I would say supportive is definitely Dusty and Rachel. Those two, just making sure we had scrims down, making sure we had practice schedules down. Dusty making sure to pick out what we did wrong, just helping us improve. I think definitely.
Yeah, Dusty's a very present coach, so
Very.
it's he's really reliable and helped us through the whole season.
Thanks, team.
Yeah, you'd even schedule things for us,
Organize all the schedules.
help us map bands and talk to
Stats,
them
yeah.
if realize if one of them was unranked or something. Breaking a
Forfeit
rule,
teams.
Forfeit
making
teams.
teams forfeit.
Maybe we don't talk about that last part.
I would also say our fans in chat, on
Oh,
stream.
true.
So it was nice knowing
W
people
chat.
watching us.
And the haters.
Oh yeah.
Improve in the higher division.
Yeah, it is definitely more challenging because we're in a higher division now. But I think we could with our coordination, I definitely think we could. We need to bring home another one of these.
It feels great.
You
Yeah.
guys know this is the first title that Terps Esports has won.
Wait, seriously?
And by women.
Yeah.
Oh, seriously? Oh,
First down.
cool.
I like playing Valorant.
Have an excuse to play games.
That's true. That's good.
For me, I joined because, well, like I've always wanted to be on a women's team, especially like since I got to UMD, and me and Dusty had always like tried to make teams work every semester, and this was the first time it actually did work and stuck, and the people who tried out like were committed. So I guess I've always just wanted to be on a women's team to like connect more to that community.
To make friends.
So I had that gap, without a team for a while, and then I saw the form, and I was like, I really want to try this. This sounds fun. And then, yeah, I play Valorant too much. First of all, I did not imagine me being IGL when I first started, because I am, outside of my Lilac team, I am known as the no-brain, only aim chamber in comp. So I did not imagine myself being IGL. But I think there were some difficulties in the beginning, because I wasn't used to giving out comms. I was just very confused. But I think now it's just the amount of trust that my teammates give me when I give out comms, and the amount of coordination that we have. I just love being IGLing, because I trust that things will work out.
Welcome back, everyone. We are locked in. I don't really know what this is, but we are locked in. We are going to get right into this third map. We are on Servasa, so that flashpoint, and we are going to be seeing Junker Queens from both sides here. Not a very common pick you see on this map, but one that you will see in the fray. Yeah, very common.
Junker Queen with her faster gameplay and boosting up everyone else's speed. It's a decent pick that we'll see for Flashpoint, but yeah, not often paired with Servasa here. Right. Usually we'll see it at the New Junk City map.
Oh.
But a combo from both teams here. Junker Queen taking out the other team's healer here, giving the Terps a little bit of advantage on this first push right now, if they can capitalize on that. We're seeing just a very kind of matched up duel right now.
Beautiful.
With no real kills coming out, just a lot of damage coming down. Although we do see a trade right there.
Nice.
Taking out some characters.
Very well done
sides.
by Breezes to realize that his team had the pressure with no Kiriko and to just walk forward. Also very good
taking out the tank from Rosa on the Terps there and giving the first capture there.
Yeah. So 23% and counting. Do note that these flashpoints do tick up very quickly. So we're pretty much talking last fight territory for this flashpoint, and we're already seeing Huntsman being 76% to his pulse bomb, and Poppy is 83% to his Kiriko rush. If the Terps can utilize this properly, this will be an easy fight.
Absolutely, planting the knife on the other Junker Queen, and coming out with our Junker Queen doing a nice push here on the Cassidy.
Goodness. What is going on?
There's a lot of heavy damage coming out, taking out the Cassidy from the other side. But our own Junker Queen, of course, being taken out there. A little bit of an uneven matchup there. But we are at a 70% capture from the Terps right now. So if the Terps can hold off for a little bit, let that Junker Queen use her increased speed to get over here real quick and support them, it is very possible that this can be turned into a very effective victory.
Yeah. The remaining members of the Terps here just deciding to survive, and we've got 5 ultimates on the board, 2 Rosa's 4, so this is going to be quite a mess of a team fight. Who's ready for it? Here comes the TP out from Cam, looking to get us started with that Death Blossom.
There it is.
And there it goes.
But not finding anyone there, unfortunately. A quick hit out of the air from the Tracer, or from multiple people there.
Oh boy.
Unfortunately.
Oh, ouch.
We're seeing a little bit of regrouping and moving their way back to the point here. We're at a 60% ish from Rosa right now compared to the 91 from the Terps. If the Terps can retake and hold for maybe just a couple seconds, they will be able to take this. But they've got to make sure that they're not wasting too much time, because in Flashpoint, every second is going to count in terms of how quickly that.
Oh my goodness!
Wow! Again, we're seeing all of the ults.
Oh my gosh!
I think there was 3 ults, 4 ults, 5 ults, with all of the support ults coming out at once, and the Dragon Blade.
Yeah.
And High Noon coming out now. We'll see if that catches anyone, and it takes out our tank, unfortunately, which is going to be very rough. We're at a 99 to 99 capture. The Terps are going to need to hold on to this for just a couple seconds longer.
Oh, okay, the TP came out to get the touch. Huntsman looking for anything that he can find, but I do think that this is going to spell it's going to spell the end for the Terps, and that first flashpoint is going to go over to Rosa.
Unfortunate. When it's so close, it's really heartbreaking to see it snatched out of your hands at the last second. But, of course, Flashpoint, there's a lot of battles to be won and a lot of fights to be had. So, moving into our second point on Flashpoint. Terps are starting off on it, but of course it doesn't unlock for another 15 seconds, so the fight will be happening regardless. It's not just about who gets to it first, it's about who can hold it first and hold it the longest. Team wipes are going to be critical to giving huge amounts of damage here. And again, if you're able to get rid of...
the knife.
Death Blossom there.
The knife was massive. It pulled forward the Cassidy from Rosa's side, and it forced their team to rush into the Terps. And it's a bloodbath. People are dying left and right, and I think... But the Terps are going to get the first capture. But I don't think that they're going to be able to finish out the fight.
From both Junker Queens.
Oh my gosh.
Are coming out strong here.
Huntsman's making me eat my words. He 1v1s the Kiriko, which means the Terps can come back with a full effort with Rosa not having their Kiriko. My gosh.
As long as they can just move in real quick. Good healing to support. Oh, coming in immediately with the Cassidy using the High Noon and taking out once again our tank, which is an unfortunate moment there. We desperately need that tank in order to continue the push and make sure that the Terps are going to be able to hold a point effectively.
Poppy just being chased to the ends of the earth, but he will get the TP out. With 52% in counting on this Flashpoint, the Terps got to make something happen. They do have some ultimates in their back pocket, like that Death Blossom and the Junker Queen ult, but it's going to be up to them to make these ults worth it.
We're seeing a very strong push here from the... a nice push up from the Terps here, but we're seeing very effective holding and just watching what the line of entry is from Rosa right now. So if the Terps can get around that. Very nice taking the point here. They just need to make sure that they can get everyone off of it, and getting rid of that Junker Queen on the opposing team is going to be huge for them. Now they have to wait for... Rosa's going to have to wait for their team to rebuild themselves up and push back in, giving Terps a nice lengthy time to bring their percentages up.
What an amazing Death Blossom there from Cam, waiting around the corner for the supports to walk around and just ulting both of them. Kile not even having the sound barrier to counteract the ult, so very well played from them. And now as we kind of go into this last fight territory for this Flashpoint, let's see what the Terps have to offer as the beat comes out from Rosa.
Heavy pushes here. We've got a lot of buffs on characters from both sides, making sure that everyone's got a lot of healing coming into them and some damage output. Wow.
This guy got a deadlock every fight, or a Deadeye.
This is the craziest number of High Noons I am ever seeing. Actually ridiculous, but unfortunately with no Terps there, that is going to be the second capture on the Flashpoint for Rosa. Those Death Blossom, not the Death Blossom, those, the High Noons, what are they called? What's the official name for that?
Deadeye.
The official Deadeyes, as Blizzard calls them. The Deadeyes are coming out, like, literally every
fight
there.
Trixie is putting in so much work on this Cassidy, sure. On this Cassidy. Very well played from his side of things, but this is we're getting into another brawl. I mean, Breezes up in the faces of Rosa, but the Death Blossom
catching 3.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
It is, I mean, you just run in with the Lucio speed, and what can the Terps even do? If Yellowist were to pop his beat, he would get Ajaxed.
Absolutely. We're seeing a little bit of change here in play. We've got a switch from the Terps from... was that a Genji before?
We're seeing a swap from that Reaper over to the Sojourn for Cam. And although it's not really going to matter because Yellowist will be the first to fall, Rosa is just playing so quickly. And although Cam will answer back with a pick onto Trixie, I don't know if the Terps can sustain another fight. Poppy is going to fall. Breeze is going to trade that out for Kile on the Lucio. Breezes looking for...
Nice strong attacks right here.
Oh my gosh. It's winnable. It's winnable.
Taking down the Kiriko. Taking out.
Oh my goodness,
Potential-
Breezes
that's-
is on his last leg. Oh, he will go down at the very tail end of that fight.
With 3 gone, but trading out, the tank is taken away from Rosa as well, giving Terps a potential chance to push in here with what they have left.
Huntsman, beautiful clip against Trixie
And a
there
nice
on the
recapture from
Cassidy.
the Terps here. Now they just need to hold this. This is their last stand here, basically, with the Rosa at 90%. Another recapture will basically mean a match end here for Rosa's victory. So the Terps do need to hold this as hard as they can and not let anyone take this away from them.
That's not to say that the Terps don't have anything on their side to use. They do have 2 ultimates in the Pulse Bomb and the Kiriko Rush. So let's see how they utilize them against this Rosa push.
We're seeing a switch from Junker Queen to Orisa as a little bit more of a hold-based thing here, but taken down as well. Our tank coming out a lot. Rosa focusing a lot of fire to make sure that our tank is always moving back and not really getting a chance to hold out.
Oh, the Lucio B is, and there's not going to be a touch to trigger overtime, and that is going to be the third map of Servasa Flashpoint going over to Rosa. Very back and forth match we're seeing thus far.
Very rough, but that means we are. I mean, regardless, we are now moving into our match 4, and from a play of the game from the Junker Queen on the other team here.
Yeah, Vesper on this Junker Queen was such a force to be reckoned with. it's so hard to deal with the Junker Queen when she's just in your face using all of her abilities. She's knifing you, pulling you back in. She's hitting you with her hatchet, and she's healing off of that hatchet.
Yep.
She has her shift gives her so much staying power in the fight. Sometimes it's so difficult to deal with her. So again, Alberta playing very, very well that time around, and the Terps just sort of fell apart. The Terps really did not know how to deal with the aggression from Alberta. It takes a lot of teamwork, takes a lot of communication and presence of mind to sort of realize that, like, you are getting engaged on. You either need to take the engage head on and fight the engage yourself, or you need to back out and wait for their engage to end so you can engage yourself. That's all up to the IGL. It's all up to, like, it's split second decisions. It's so difficult.
It's a very fast game.
Very fast-paced game. Yeah.
You gotta be lightning quick to react to it, especially on Flashpoint, which is a game of just, which is a specific mode of just lightning quick captures, recaptures, moving in, regrouping, moving in again, seeing if you can just keep a person there as long as you can, just to make sure that the capturing is just going a little bit slower from the other team. There's a lot of game modes in Overwatch that are time based, but Flashpoint, I mean, I was saying every second counts back on Hybrid, but on Flashpoint, every second is counting for just a completely different reason.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just so hard to keep control when these fights happen literally every 5 seconds. Yeah. And it also doesn't help that both Junker Queen and Lucio have speed boosts. So people are getting back to the point so quickly.
Immediately.
Yeah, almost immediately. I mean, we saw there were a couple fights where people would die and then they would come back and then die again at the tail end of the fight. Mm-hmm. So
engagements will like span basically the entirety of Flashpoint there, just because shorter map, shorter walk back. And then, yeah, with your speed boost characters, you're just coming back and back and back. Especially if you're dying next to them, then you've got 3 people coming in at once. It's important that you're finishing your fights very definitively. And Flashpoint, that's something that Rosa was just able to edge us out in a little bit better. Mm-hmm. Not to say that wasn't close, though. There was a lot of 99 to 99s there.
Yeah, I believe both of the first 2 points actually went 99 to 99. Yeah. So that's not to say that Terps aren't showing signs of life. It just, again, there's just that little bit more that they're missing. And something else I want to touch on, and actually is why the Terps capped that first point so easily, is their ebb and flow is a little bit iffy. So they're very good at knowing when to disengage, but the problem is they're not actually disengaging. A lot of the players are finding themselves kind of stuck in this middle ground where they're trying to escape, but the enemy team is already on top of them, and so they kind of just die.
A lot of heavy pushing from Rosa. I'm noticing like a fourth of the team, or like two members of the team will be taken out, and then while the other ones are starting to head back to regroup with them at the spawn, Rosa's moving back right with them, bringing the fight right to the spawn's door, make sure that the engagement stays away from the point of contention and the objective.
Yeah, there's something in neuroscience called an all or nothing principle, and the same thing kind of applies here. You're either going in or you're going out, and you got to decide. You can't be in the middle. And the Terps, maybe they're not used to this sort of not high pressure, but like high paced, in your face kind of play style. We did see them on that Reaper Zarya, but there is a bit more range with that Reaper Zarya because Reaper can teleport. So it's just something to adapt to. And the Terps, unfortunately, were not able to adapt to that. But that's not to say that that's not to say that there is no hope. Oh my gosh, excuse me.
Absolutely not.
We still
Absolutely
have
not.
at least 2 more maps left in this if the Terps are able to answer back on, I believe it's going to be a push map. So we're going to see New Queen Street. We might see, oh my gosh, what is the map? It's not Pariso. Esperanza,
I think
something
Blizzard
like
World
that.
also is a push map, if I'm not mistaken.
No.
Never mind.
I think we're also good. We might see Coliseo. I think the most popular one we're going to see, though, is Esperanza. So that's the one with like the 2 high grounds overlooking the robot, and then the robot sort of in the middle, and then, I mean, not sort of in the middle. It is in the middle. That is literally the whole point of the robot. So yeah, we'll have to see. That is another very heavy dive map, and as we've seen before, the Terps play a pretty proficient dive. So not all hope is lost. So I mean, stay tuned for these next few matches.
I agree.
I can feel a comeback brewing in my bones.
Absolutely. These last 2?
Yeah, I'm manifesting.
Name on it. I can see it etched.
Mm-hmm.
Just off screen, it says the next 2 maps go to the Terps. We actually have the entire game plan.
Yeah, it's actually in the Fate script right up there.
Fate script. They put it right there. Fate script.
Yeah.
Shout out to our sponsor, Fate Script, for giving us a prediction of the future. Fate Script for whenever you want to see the future.
Yeah.
If you buy their premium package now, you can get a hint into what your next sports game might hold.
Right. Your next ranked games, even.
Your next ranked games might hold.
Now that I think about it, actually, going back a little bit, sorry to take away from Fate Script, but I've actually never seen these Academy players play this Junker Queen. And, it was very good on Servasa, but on this next map that we're seeing, which is actually going to be Coliseo, it's not going to be as good. Coliseo, there's a lot of high grounds, there's a lot of long sight lines, so we're going to see something of a mix between these long-ranged characters. So, like,
I imagine that Winston's
Cassidy,
probably coming back too.
We're probably going to see a lot of Winston.
Zarya.
Might see a Zarya. We honestly might see a Sigma. It sort of depends what these players are comfortable on.
I've been seeing a bit of what's Hazard.
Hazard, yeah. Hazard is
there's
a good
decent
pick
chance
too.
we'll see Hazard back as well.
Yeah, I love seeing me some Hazard. I know I didn't really play the game when he was very dominant, and now he's sort of taken a backseat role to that.
Yeah, he just got a couple debuffs.
Yeah, but he's still a decent character. And
people are very comfortable playing him.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like what you said earlier. Your comfortability with the character, and if you have the talent to use them effectively, that's gonna overweigh whatever small debuffs have been given to them.
Yeah, this is true. But I also don't think we've really seen the Terps play that Hazard. I think they're just going to go back to their tried and true Zarya. Oh, maybe Zarya was banned that map. That could be a possibility. We don't really know what
That's true.
What gets banned, what doesn't get banned. I'm going to go ahead and say that Zarya was banned last map, which means it won't be banned this map. So maybe we'll see the Terps back on that Zarya, and I think that's where they see the most success anyway.
It's actually I would also guess, with the way the Zarya was performing the map before, I think it's very reasonable to assume that Alberta was wanting to get that out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, right? It's like, oh my gosh, Breezes on that Zarya is so massive.
So good at that.
I know. I mean, if he was on that Zarya, he would have had an ultimate almost every fight.
Absolutely.
I believe that in my heart to be true. Not much evidence to back it up, but,
Hey, you know where I saw it? Our sponsor, Fate Script.
Oh my gosh,
Fate Script told us.
Is this a bit now?
This is the new bit. Fate Script, buy the premium package, Fate Script Plus, to get streaming service. You can stream shows before they even come out. But unfortunately, it does spoil the ending for you.
Oh yeah.
You watch them on Fate Script.
Sorry.
That's the downside.
Yeah, then life would be really boring. You would know exactly what's coming next. It'd be a safe life, but it'd be a boring one.
It's like you start the show and then like you immediately knows. It's like you already watched it.
Yeah.
Right? Like you remember watching the entire show. And so like you can never watch anything for the first time on Fate Script. It's all on Fate Script Plus. Sorry. It's always a rewatch.
Wait, so what about just Fate Script, no plus, like no premium package? Like
Fate
what
Script,
do you
Fate
get with
Script
that?
not premium.
Is like, can I only see like
it just
like
spoils
a
the
week
ending,
in the
I guess.
future, or like
Yeah, you get a week in the future, and it spoils all major movies.
Oh.
But you don't get to the experience of seeing them. You just remember the twist.
Oh, that's lame.
That's why you have to play for plus. That's why I always recommend people play for
Play
plus.
play for plus.
You gotta play
yeah,
for
okay.
plus.
Let me play for my next paycheck, and then I'll play for plus.
Play for paycheck. Play for plus. Fate script.
What is in the air? What is in the water?
Guys, there's so much time between these matches.
Yeah, I think we're getting into the next match soon.
Most time I've ever seen
Maybe people are getting
between
some
these.
water, getting snacks and stuff like that. It takes a lot to be up here playing a match for, I mean, what's it been, about an hour and a half now, maybe an hour.
Yeah.
And you always need to keep your vitals, question mark. I've been playing a lot of Among Us, so that's why I'm calling this vitals. But you need to get a lot of your basic needs out of the way. There we go. That's better.
Nice.
You get your basic needs out of the way before you can play the game at the top of your
Maslow's hierarchy.
Maslow's hierarchy. Yes, we're being so educational today. Yes, all or nothing principle, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Oh, what's next?
It's incredible. FIFO and LIFO based accounting inventory systems. If you guys,
so true.
Everyone wants to hear about that.
So true.
Yeah, guys. There's
Bear with us.
Alberta's in Canada, so it takes 12 times longer for stream and next match requests to reach them.
Oh, bye.
So that's probably why this is taking that long. If not, then
I'm hearing some things outside the door. Ooh, what's going on out there?
There's drama, guys. There's drama in the air. Twitch chat. Put in chat what's your favorite part of I already forgot what I called it. What's the
Fate script.
Fate script.
Bye.
Guys, put your favorite Fate script TV show. That's on Fate script. They never have a coming soon. That's the best part. It never says how Netflix is like coming soon to Netflix, and you're like, I can't watch that until like November 12th. On Fate script, you've already seen it.
Wait, when is November 12th? Is that a week from today? That is a week from today. Huh.
See?
We'll be back here in a week from today.
We'll be back here in a week from today.
I know because I read it in Fate script.
I read it in Fate script. And while you on November 12th are watching something on Netflix, I've already seen it right now because I pay and I play for Fate script Plus. Once again, Fate script Plus. Make all your dreams have already come true.
Damn, this is really just a stream of
ad reads.
Yeah, ad reads, propositions, us just selling our souls to Blizzard and this Fate script thing. I sort of took that inspiration from. Anyone know Honkai Star Rail here? Anyone know that? You know that video game? Okay, you know what? I'll just stare off into the. Anyway, in that game there is such a thing called Fate script. So that's kind of where I took it from. So if you want to put yourself in the Honkai Star Rail universe, I do. Random plug for this random game, but hopefully we get in a match soon. So, you know what? Let's bring it back to Overwatch.
Absolutely.
Let's bring it back to Overwatch.
We should probably bring it back to Overwatch.
Right, that's what you guys are all here to see, right?
Our viewers are here for that.
Yeah.
Now that we've gotten away from the ad read.
Bye.
And that's all written down, by the way. We all have to read it right here. I won't tell you what platform we're reading it off
here.
of.
It's
Fate script. But yes, going back to Overwatch, we were moving into match 4 here. This is it's push, as we were saying before. There's a big robot in the middle. They got to push it both ways.
Push is an interesting game mode. I've seen a lot of teams play this game mode in a different way, not a different way, in a very unique kind of way. What people do, and this you can call this cheap all you want, but this is kind of the way you win the game. What you do is instead of taking team fights, if you get ahead in push, what you can do is sort of just ignore the enemy team and just jump straight to the robot.
Yeah.
If you're taking a fight somewhere...
Just pay attention to the robot in this.
Yeah, if you're taking a fight somewhere, you can just push the robot past the fight. And, that's the objective, right? This is an objective-based game at some point. So you have to focus on that robot. So the enemy team is forced to keep going back for that robot, and they never really get any progress. Absolutely. I've seen that happen so many times. So hopefully it doesn't happen for the Terps this time around.
Absolutely. It's like a weird objective, or it's a weird map in terms of objective compared to some of the others. Because in hybrid, the fights are usually moving along with the object,
the payload.
The payload. Thank you.
The object.
They're moving along
I mean, don't get me wrong. It is very much an object floating down the street. I'm going to give you that. But yes.
The fights move along with the payload. But since the robot is moving in both directions, the fights can really happen all over since the range in which the map and the action is happening gets wider and wider as the match goes on. So engagements will happen all over the map, and so you need to make sure that you're keeping a person, or ideally a lot of people, watching that robot and making sure that he's going your direction, because it's not just enough to have the robot on your side, but that entire walk back that he has to do is just more time taken away from you that could be your objective moving forwards. And that means the more distance that you're able to move your wall forward, that's more time taken away from the other team when they're trying to get the robot back to their side.
Yeah, all that to say, this game mode is pretty unique, and it is one of the only game modes to come out of Overwatch 2, so let's have at it, Haas. But anyway, what
Pretty
we're
standard
seeing,
lineup from the Terps right now.
but not standard lineup from
yeah,
Rosa. What
absolutely
are we
not.
seeing?
We're seeing a Mauga, a Cassidy, a
Baptiste.
Baptiste, that's his name, a Reaper, and a Kiriko.
Yeah, so double main healer backline for this Rosa squad. Meanwhile, the Terps are going to kind of stick to their tried and true Zarya, Reaper, Genji, Kiriko, and that Wu Yang. And we're seeing Huntsman just immediately jump into the fray, but the flashbang. Oh no.
Down there by the Genji. We're going to see a lot of damage output coming here from the Mauga. I remember when the Mauga was just absolutely busting people up for that short little while. That used to be my least favorite guy to play against.
I feel that.
But interesting to see him back here in some competitive play all this time later. He's my bully has grown up, and he's maybe washed up a little bit. I don't feel as bad seeing him now. His words don't sting like they used to.
Oh my goodness. Huntsman drawing so much aggression from this backline while Cam and Breezes just walk forward. They are so good at this Reaper Zarya. They know how to play this like the back of their hands. Just Cam walking forward with the bubbles. And, I mean, Rosa can't really do much about it. And this Mauga might actually get staggered.
Yeah, double DPS gone on Rosa's team right now. The Mauga's still keeping alive, and oh, jeez, the Genji staying on the map and not just jumping off on camera for all the
Oh my gosh, Huntsman. Huntsman does this thing where he likes to use his dash without really having a dash to get out. And it's sort of biting him in the butt sometimes. But
fortunately not in this scenario.
Fortunately not in this scenario, because here comes the Dragon Blade.
Oh, and there's the HUD getting rid of that Deadeye. Thank God, because we have been seeing that mess up our ranks for way too long. Getting rid of the Baptiste there as well.
Hey, but I think you guys forgot something. It's called the robot.
All again.
Yeah. The Mauga is taking the robot back towards the center to sort of stall out, and now, oh, what is going on? The Terps need to fight inside of this Mauga ultimate, and they will take him down, but not before the rest of Rosa comes back. And this is a prime example of what we mean by Terps cannot finish a fight.
Wow.
Ouch. It hurts.
Our robot is moving back to the other team. While it is still behind where the Terps are at now, it is about to match the Terps. And so the Terps need to be moving as fast as they can to stop this robot from moving forwards. Nice getting him away. And we got to make sure that the Terps are staying on the robot here and moving them forwards. This is a prime example of what you were saying. We can be moving the robot past the fight right now.
Very nice shot from Poppy, taking down Alucard on that Reaper, but Cam is going to fall shortly after, and as the Kiriko ults fade, it's going to just be this Breezes on this Zarya with his supports trying to stall out the cart, and Yellow is...
Gravitron Pulse right here from the Zarya already, as well as the Wu Yang ult have ready as well. But we are also seeing a matched from Death. Oh, 3 ults ready. Wow, Cassidy already got their Deadeye back on the opposite team.
All right, Poppy will be falling, and he'll be traded out for the Mauga. Breezes is going to find Kile on that Baptiste, but unfortunately, these 1-for-1 trades are really not going in the favor of the Terps, and they're just getting more and more staggered. Here comes that Wu Yang ultimate popped onto Cam. We'll be able to find Trixie, and I think it's finally going to stall Rosa's progress, but
Robot has not had a chance yet to go all the way back to the Terps wall, and so hopefully this push will be able to get him all the way back to where the Terps need him to be, because right now the Rosa is ahead by a decent amount in terms of progress. And remember, that is what is mattering here. It is not about the kills here. It is not about the time spent here. It is purely about the distance that you're able to get it to. So the Terps need to be making sure that they are keeping that robot moving forwards in all engagements.
Oh my gosh, Amplification Matrix coming out here from the side of Rosa with,
The
in
Deadeye
combination with the Deadeye.
Popped from the McCree, not finding anyone though, fortunately, but forcing people out of that center
The
area.
Graviton Surge. Does it find anything? We can't see because Yellowist is being chased by this Maga. Oh my gosh, the imposter is among us. And although it's not really going to matter, I think maybe the Maga leaving his team's side is actually more so a detriment because Yellowist was able to absorb all of that pressure.
Very nice, the Mauga taken out there. And hopefully we're going to get some nice quick movement from the robot here to push our wall so that we can hopefully match and overtake where Rosa is at right now. We want our wall to be nice and securely in front so that we can rest a little bit easier when we're doing these engagements. Because right now every engagement that we're in is time taken away from us. We want engagements to take time away from the team. Another Mauga ult trapping our DPS here.
Huntsman in the cage fight will not be able to survive, but Cam taking down Trixie on the side of things, and the rest of the players will survive except for Poppy.
Staying alive, thank God, able to move around and hold their own right here, alongside the Wu Yang, keeping alive. But there's so much damage coming in. I'm shocked that they're able to have a fallback that is keeping them in the fight still.
Yeah, the Terps getting trapped in that cage fight at the very start of that fight and not really able to fight their way out. And unfortunately, that is going to mean that Rosa can push this robot back across the halfway point.
Kirker rush from the other team here, giving a nice little push to Rosa, allowing them to get even further. The robot is moving in on the Terp side as we see a huge push here with the Gravitron Lance. Potentially.
Oh, the Graviton Surge is
This could
massive.
change everything.
Oh, Breezes, once again, back on your Zarya. You are... Who is this guy?
Just get rid of that Mauga. Just get rid of the Mauga. All that damage just needs to be concentrated. I can see him going down, and he's out. Let's get a quick and effective push from the robot here after a very nice team kill, shutting down any progress that Rosa was trying to make there.
What a beautiful Graviton Surge. And, you know, that is a beautiful 3-for-1 that you will take. The Terps only committing Breeze's Graviton Surge, whereas Rosa committed the Amplification Matrix, the Death Blossom, and that Kiriko Ultimate. So now Terps have the advantage.
Absolutely. We got 3 ults sitting on Terps, whereas WoW, once again, no surprise that the McCree has the Deadeye.
Gosh.
The Cassidy has the Deadeye again.
Yeah. Cassidy popping the Deadeye. Oh, the deflect! The deflect is going to be huge, but it's not going to find anything.
Another cage match here from the Mauga, but the Mauga low enough that it might not quite able to take him down, and bringing the robot back over to Rosa's side.
It is so hard to fight in that cage fight, especially when the Maga has his E ability up. He just takes so much less damage and gives everybody on the team lifesteal. So difficult to deal with him, especially if you don't have the ultimates to do so.
Absolutely. We are seeing the robot heading back over to Rosa's side, and the same meeting point from last time where the Terps were able to stop them. We're seeing a big group up here. I imagine we'll see this Death Blossom come out in just a second once a couple of them bunch up and push forwards a little bit more. I would not be surprised if we saw this next, like, minute, less than even.
Yeah, out comes the Kiriko Rush from Rosa, and it is going to serve to take down Yellowist in on that Wu Yang, and I think that's going to be a sign for the Terps to, reset here. Just go in, die, reset, get ready for the next fight. But the clock is ticking down. About 1 minute and 45 left for the Terps to mount an offensive.
Coming back to Rosa. Rosa's distance between the Terps becoming even larger with every second that they are not on the robot right now. This is going to be pretty hard to get back from, just seeing how the Terps have been able to push so far.
Oh, another Deadeye. I mean, oh my goodness.
Wow.
Trixie doing so much damage and constantly having that pressure up for the Terps. It's not going to find anything, but it is going to allow the cart to walk forward more meters, and the Terps have yet to even contest.
A lot of damage coming out here from both sides, and there's the Death Blossom finally being popped. We got 3 beautiful kills off of it. And
my
cleaning up a
gosh.
4th and a 5th for a really, really nice team wipe there.
I think that is an ace from Cam. Beautiful, beautiful
Wonderful
Death
timing
Blossom.
there.
Taking advantage of the low health supports on Rosa's side. Very well done. And now the Terps, this is going to be last fight territory. The Terps have to mount a good offensive here in order
Yeah.
to get the
This has
cart
to be
to the objective.
40, almost 50 meter, or more than 50 meter push is what they're going to require in order to beat out Rosa here. If they can just do that, then this will be a victory for them.
Oh no, but the Death
Unfortunately, the
Blossom.
robot is walking backwards. Unless there's a very, very strong push right here from the Terps, it is unlikely we're going to see much.
50 seconds
happening.
left in the time bank, and the Terps have
10
swapped to
seconds.
this Bastion. They need to get a touch on the cart before they can do anything else, and I think that's where Cam is going to sprint to. Yes, with the bubble, he's going to teleport onto the cart, hopefully popping that overtime. Overtime gets
Very nice
gets
overtime
popped,
here.
but Cam not able to sustain for long, and he will fall. The Kiriko Rush comes out from the Terps, and it's
a
Breezes.
nice push here. It's very good push. The Terps are going to have to stay on this robot and make sure that this is a strong push right now. If the Terps can hold this out and get this comeback, this will be a insane play. I'm very excited to see how the Terps are going to handle this. Hopefully the switch to the Bastion will give them a little bit more damage that they need to keep people out of the way.
This is match point. The Terps need to win this
Yes.
fight. They need to overtake Rosa's progress on the robot in order to stay alive in this match. Here comes the Graviton Surge. It's massive. It finds one, but it's a healer. If he's able to take him down.
Nice. Nice. He's out. Oh, but it's a trade for our tank, which is pretty critical for our team to build around. Taking out our Kiriko and a full team wipe. Unfortunately, that will be the match as well as the game going to Rosa. Our team is understandably pretty disappointed by that, but of course, it was a very well fought match, a lot of very strong moments, and a play of the game from Breezes as Zarya here for us to finish ourselves off. A wonderful, wonderful Graviton pulse.
This Graviton Surge was so huge. Oh my goodness. But unfortunately, I think, you know, in that last fight, Breezes, he wanted that kill on the Baptiste so bad, but his team was just not there to follow up. I think in that kind of situation, you need to step off the gas pedal a little bit. The Maga had dashed past you. It's time for you to turn around and peel for your team.
Right.
And that's the kind of decision making that, you know, maybe is just not present in that kind of high pressure scenario. You know,
it's an intense moment.
Yeah, your heart's pounding. It's the last fight. You need to win this fight in order to keep the game alive. And you just kind of fall apart. So very unfortunate for the Terps, but they did put up a very good fight. We saw a lot of great moments from this team. Cam with amazing Death Blossoms, Breezes with amazing Graviton Surges.
Absolutely.
The supports are playing great. They're having an ultimate every fight. There is so much talent on this team, and I feel like I feel honored that I get to cast these guys.
Yeah.
So
at the beginning of this match, we promised that it would be an intense and very chaotic game, and you know, I think that absolutely delivered. There were some very contentious matchups here. There was no point when I was watching this and I thought, oh, this is a blowout. Oh, I know who this is going to. There was always that little bit of like, oh, they could come back from this. Oh, they're coming back from this. Oh, like there's a repush here. Oh, there's that counter attack here, and so it was a very intense match, a very solid matchup between the Terps and Rosa here.
Yeah, very well played from both sides. GG well played to the University of Alberta. If there is nothing else to say, I think that is going to be it from us today. Thank you all for watching, and real quick, if you want to go ahead
real quick, read for our sponsors. We'd like to thank the Philip Merrill College of Journalism, the Recreation and Wellness Center, Recwell, and Playwire as well.
This has been Alex, aka Gumi, joined by
Alex, aka Alex.
Yeah, this has been the Alexception stream for you. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you guys next time.
And remember, subscribe to Fate Script Plus.
Do that.
See ya.
Oh my god.
match. My voice, I'm good. This is a long match. Yeah. Not very good at it, but I do get the casting and stuff. So. I didn't know you did this.